So in this tutorial, I'm going to teach you guys how to do this text animation that I saw from a SunnyV2 video. Before we begin this tutorial, please make sure to subscribe and hit the like button because this is going to be very easy and simple, just like this. Alright, now let's go. So create a new composition and type XX, mean. Then okay. So I'll zoom in, then I'll create a background by hitting Ctrl Y. Then it's okay. So now this is how we're going to get. So right now I'm going to import my PNG image of XXX.
Lord, again, again.
X10 times X. Oh, sorry. So I'm going to hit X for scale, then scale it down to 40. Then I'm going to bring it to the left like this. Then I'm going to align it perfectly by hitting or clicking this key right here. So from there, I can choose to use my arrow key to move to the left or use the mouse to move it to the left. It depends on how you want it. So I'll go back, then I would like to use this screenshot for a reference. It's from the video, so I'll use the screenshot, then I'll click on it, then it comes like this. So I can just zoom it by hitting the full stop or the comma to zoom out. Alright, so I'll go back to my main. I'll go back to my composition main. Then now I have to do the text, right? So to do the text, you hit Ctrl T for the text. Then we're going to type whatever you see there. So first I'll type a stupid person. Then I would like to change it to lowercase after aligning it. So I just select all like this, then hit Ctrl Shift K. Then it's going to be turned to lowercase. So from there I'll just go back to my reference and type whatever. But I would like to add the effects to the text, right? So first let me just align the text perfectly on the last line of the title, whatever it's called, I don't know the name. Yeah, so I'll go back to this place, then I'll just click on. Alright, let me just align it perfectly, then I'm done. Now just turn off this title action or whatever it's called. Alright, so go to effects and presets with the text selected and type fill. So I'm going to add another thing, that is shift channels. Then shift channel, I'm going to change this to full on. Then I'm going to add a repeater, CC repeater. Then I'm going to change the values like what you see, so copy what I'm going to use. So I'm changing everything to 50 50 50, and yeah, the span up to is going to be 50. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is add a CC composite. So type CC, then composite, then add it. Then I'm going to change, because I want my fill to be white, I'm going to change it to white like this, then hit OK. And now I would like to change the background color to a color like this. So I'll go back, then I would like to go to my project. So I'll go to project, and I want to drag in the screenshots here so that I can use the pick color to change the color of the background, right? Since people get what I mean. So I just click this pick color, then I'll just tap on this, so it'll be like this. But I don't have a clear visual of it, so I can just hit S and scale it up and use it like this. So this is okay, so this is better. So from there I can just delete this screenshot by clicking here, then press delete. Alright, so now we have what we need. Now I would like to add some changes because it's too big, so just copy what I'm using. So I'm going to change the expand up to 20, then after I'm going to change the expand down to also 20. Alright, so when we go back to our screenshots, you can see these rough edges. So we'll go back to create that, go to effects and presets and type turbulence displays. Turbulent displays. Then I'm going to change this to 50. No, I'm going to make it 20. Then I'll change this to 4 or 8. So this is okay. So now I just have to go to my evolution. So I just click here, then go to evolution options, then hold Alt, then tap on the random seed. So I'm going to type posterize time then make it 7. Yeah, so I'm going to press 7. Then I'll hit enter, then type time times 200. All right, so when we play this, how it's going to look like, see, as you can see. Now we're going to do the same thing for the other text. So to do the same thing for the other text, first let me just change this to 15 so that it will have some subtle movement, but you can change to whatever you want, up to you. So I'm going to add a drop shadow. So the drop shadow, I would like to make the distance 20 or 15, then softness to 15, then let's just change this to 20. All right, now I will add a linear white to the effect so that that's like the animation of how it appears to the screen, right? So to do that, I'll just change the direction to the left side, then make the feather 10, then I'll make a transition keyframe. So I'll set this to 0, then I'll move a couple frames, then make it to 100, select or hit F9 to easy ease, or you can go to your flow and tap apply. So it's going to be like this, but it's too fast. So to do that, hold alt, yeah, like hold alt, then stretch it out like this, so that it gives you this slow movement like this. You get it? So let's stretch it back like this, then we'll play it. You get it? All right, so now what we have to do, this is perfect. So right now what we have to do is create a pre-composition. So I'll click this and hit Ctrl Shift C, then type text. I think, yeah, text is okay, then hit OK. So from there I just have to make a duplicate of this by hitting Ctrl D, then drag it here, then I will just align it perfectly under the first one. So when we get what we want, all we have to do now is double click into the text tool, right? So we text it, and from there we can just make our adjustments. So I'm going to type who doesn't. Alright, I don't know what to type now. Let me just go back to the screenshot. So who doesn't care about? Okay, so I'm going to add a care about to it, and now we're done. And I'll select everything, hit Ctrl Shift K to turn to a lowercase, and we are good. I'm just bringing it to the left like this so you can see the who doesn't care about. Actually, they are just what the movement to do here affects what to do in the main composition. So I'm going to move this up, then it will give us space for the other one. So I'm going to hit scale and scale it down to 80. I think 80 should be okay, or 85. Then I'll take this one down to 82. Let's see how it will look. All right, so I guess this is what we do. Then I'll drag this up and align it perfectly, so that's going to be, perfect. Yep. Then I'll do the same thing. At this point, let me just make it fast forward so that you guys will get what I'm doing. Get it. So, alright, so this is good. So I hit Ctrl D to duplicate the text too, then bring up and drag it to the timeline. Then I'm just going to do the same thing that I did with the first one. So with your arrow key, you can just hit the down arrow to bring it down, and when you're done, hit S to decrease the scale by 70 or 75. Yeah, then you can still do the same thing, use your arrow key. And I think this is taking time, so let me just fast forward. I'm sorry guys, if you don't want me to do it, then I won't do it. So I'll just have to look through my screenshot and see what I have to do. So I have to double click into the text 3, then type what we see in the screenshots, right? So they are live and no, enough. Then to try. Now select everything, hit Ctrl Shift K for a lowercase, and that's it. But I think the T is supposed to be a lowercase, so I just double click or select only the T, then hit Ctrl Shift K, then it's going to be a lowercase. Alright, then what we're gonna do now is like we're gonna do the same thing for the rest. I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Yeah, forgive me. I'm going to do the same thing for the rest. Alright, so I do the W and hit it, Ctrl Shift K into W to make it lowercase. Alright, now what we're going to do something next. So the way we're going to do something, wait, calm down, space, calm down. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to make a duplicate again. So to make a duplicate, we're going to do text 3, then hit Ctrl D to duplicate, so it will become text 4. Then drag the text 4 to our timeline. Then when to drag it to our timeline, hit S and make it 75. So then we're going to do the same thing again. We use the arrow key, then drag it down below. There are other ways to do it, but I'm just teaching this to you guys for the sake of you being a beginner. So I like to show you the step by step, no shortcut, but there's a way that you can do the whole thing by typing the whole text. But this is what I'm going to teach you guys. Yeah, so I'm going to type me by those people, of course, me by those, sorry. So to do that, you just select into the text 4, then double click, then type me, comma, by those people. No, those people. Yep, I think that's it. Then we'll go back to our main composition. Then we'll go to main. Then we'll align it perfectly because I wanted to have a straight line at the right side. You get it? Yeah, then I'll do a duplicate again. Text 5, drag it back down to here, and that's it. Then I'll just change it to exist everywhere. Go back to my main, double click on text 5, double click on this text, then exist. Come on, everywhere. Then I think I should add a full stop and the inverted, is it inverted comments or something comments? I don't know. Nope. Full stop, then comments. Yep. So now I think we have gotten everything. Now it's left with yeah, everything's perfect. If you look at the screenshot, everything is the same, I think, right? So you just have to add some 1 or 2 things, and that's all. So I just bring it right so that it aligns perfectly. Now then what we're gonna do now, you guys, I'm confused, so let me just close this, or let me just go to my animation composer. Yep, now I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a transition shifter. So I'll select all the text, right? Then I'll press U so that it will close. Now go back like this because it animates together. So I just change this to descending and hit the do, and it becomes like this, right? So I can hit the do again and do until I guess what I want. But until you get what you want, because you guys are the one doing it, I don't need this tutorial for anything. So you can just continue to do and do. So you can just have fun with it and hit again. Yep. So it becomes like this. Then do. So hit another do if you want. It's up to you guys. Me, I'm just doing what I have to do. You know, you gotta do what they do and get what you do. That's why I had to hit the do so I get what I want from what I do. So hit the do again until you get it perfectly. So I just click on the do, and that's all. At this point, I'm just making noise. I'm sorry. I know that you guys are serious about this. So I made an adjustment layer, then I'm going to add a CC vignette. So add the CC vignette, I'm just going to close this or drag it down because I might do the do and make this to 140, then change the angle of view to, what am I going to change the angle of view? Okay, 40 is okay. So this is, but since you guys know that I didn't save the shortcut for adjustment layer, it's Ctrl Shift Y. Yeah, so this is how it's going to be like. This how everything will be like. Then I'll select this because I want to make some changes with the transition, the linear, I think the linear whatever. So I'll just drag this to the right. Then I'll do the same thing for the rest. Drag it to the right, hold Alt and drag the right keyframe to the right so that it gives it some smooth slow movement, right? Because I'm not adding a voiceover, so I don't want to add a voiceover because it's stress. Yeah, I don't want to stress. Yep. You guys, what I'm doing, please subscribe. Yeah, you must subscribe if you want to see more of these videos or these tutorials. I don't know why I decided to do this, but I love you guys. Yep. So now I think we are done. Yep. But there are some things I should add. And do you know what I should add? I'll select this, then I have to add a drop shadow to this. Yeah, so drop shadow. So you go to effect and add drop shadow, then I'll change the direction to right, make the distance or increase the distance like this. So 50 should be okay. So we hit 50, then the softness to 20, or yeah, 20 is okay. Oh, let me change it to 100. Okay, 100 is okay. So duplicate the drop shadow and change the direction to the left like this so that we have shadows from both sides. Yep. Then I want to change the duration to 10. Forget about the duration, it just Control K. Yeah, you guys should know your shortcuts by now. I'm not supposed to be teaching shortcuts. Yep. So this what you're going to get after. Yep. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the like button and comment what you want to see next. Goodbye.